severe autism. It's funny, I used to call it profound autism because I thought it sounded prettier and nicer, but it just needs to be said what it is. You know, needs to just be open and honest about it. And it's severe because it is severe. He has physical difficulties, so his right foot, he's tiptoe walker, but his right foot is almost like, you know, at an angle. So it affects his gait and how he walks, and his Achilles is just pretty much, it's so shortened. So physically, he's, you know, he is impacted massively by his autism. And yeah, mentally, I mean, he's a sharp, bright boy, but obviously because he's not able to communicate or be verbal for a lot of the time, you know, it's difficult to know what's going on. In my head, I was like, wow, you know, having a son, and you know, all the cliches come out. You know, we'll play football together, and you know, and he'll be a massive Liverpool fan, and you know, and then he'll be in a band, and he'll, you know, and he's going to be a heartbreaker, and he's going to have all, you know, fall in love, and you know, and all of that. I feel such sadness that none of that will happen. Actually, for me now with Zach, just all I want is if he would be able to get to a point where he could verbalise when he's upset, or tell us if he's in pain, you know, so that if we know, because so much of the time we're just guessing. With a kid like Zach, who's, you know, non-verbal, so severe with his autism, it's guesswork. It's, you know, he could have appendicitis and we wouldn't know. The feelings of failure, I mean, just regularly, just that feeling of that I'm failing Zach, that I've not been able, it must be so blindingly obvious to Zach what is causing him distress, okay? It's so obvious, and yet he's surrounded by people that just can't see it. And I can see that frustration in Zach at times when he's just almost looking at me, and I can see behind the meltdown that those moments of clarity that you get, where it's just like, oh God, just tell me what it is. And when I can't do that, I feel powerless and I feel completely useless. I hate it. You know, I've got to be honest. It's, you know, and I can only talk about Zach and, you know, what his autism has robbed him of and what it's robbed our family of. I would chop off my arms and legs to be able to take his autism away, you know. And I know there's a real taboo about, you're not meant to say stuff like that, but it's true. When you have a child on the severe end who is, you know, doubly incontinent, non-verbal, often in extreme anxiety, unable to tell us, unable to engage and really see the world in its as it could be, you know, I hate what the condition robs him of. Zach is going to need one-to-one support for the rest of his life. My proudest moment actually was being able to fight to get Zach into prior's court. I will never, I'll never do anything as that I'm as proud of as that, you know, because I can just look in the mirror and go, we fought for our boy, and he is in the most incredible place. It's going to give him a life like no other. So, you know, it was always going to be priors.